Before you post on Tapas, there are some really important things you need to have done ahead of time. Don't rush this process. The very first thing is the comic itself. Do yourself a huge favor and have a large buffer before you start posting. If writing a short series, consider finishing it all before you even post episode 1. If it's an ongoing series, we recommend you do some careful planning to figure out how long it takes to make one update and build your buffer, that is, finished episodes before launch, to fit with your pace. Always give yourself a little more time than you think you'll need, because life happens and you may not be able to perfectly keep up your current pace. It's ideal to launch your comic with 2 or 3 episodes on day 1, then keep a pace of 1 episode per week for steady growth. Again, that's the ideal. You don't have to post every week, but comics that have a consistent schedule do better. So how do you post your series on Tapas? After you've made an account, go to Dashboard, then click on New Series, Comic, and you'll be brought to this nice page with a few fields to fill out. Before you can upload, you're going to need a title and a URL name, as well as a series description. Write a compelling description, avoid vague generics, and try to get some intrigue from the reader. You'll need a series thumbnail. Tapas has made things easy by putting the required dimensions for all images right under the upload button. You can see it's 300 by 300 pixels for the thumbnail. You'll also need a book cover for your series before you can launch. Tapas requires that the cover have the series title on the front. We recommend you save the book cover image with and without the series title, and upload the image with. Remember that the comic cover and description are the 2 most important factors for getting readers. These are the most likely features to draw them in. Tapas has a great optional piece of art, the series banner. Take advantage of this and add one when you launch. Another optional piece of art we recommend having ready before you launch your comic is the custom ad banner. It appears at the bottom of all your episodes. One last thing before you can launch your comic, you'll need to pick out the genre that best matches your series. Tapas lets you choose 3 genres, and set one of them as the main genre. A good optional feature that you'll want to take advantage of is tags. Think ahead of time about the themes that stand out in your comic and put them in tags to help readers find your work. Okay, so here's a few tips now that you're ready to upload your comic. Tip 1, if you're not using Croppy to save time getting your long comic strips cut down to size, we highly recommend you start using it now. Tip 2, Tapas shows the thumbnail for scheduled comics before they release. So when you launch, go ahead and schedule next week's episode so your readers can see you have more content on the way. Tip 3, we all hate cliffhangers, but they really are a great way to get people to anticipate the next episode, which is what you want. Just be sure to deliver, and they'll probably forgive you. Something we love about Tapas? When you finish your comic, you can mark it as complete. It really feels good to click that button and start on the next project.